What's up, everybody? Welcome to the My RC Life YouTube channel, where we do all things RC and a little bit of everything in between. Let's go!
What's going on, everybody? Traxxas Mike from My RC Life, and today we got a little bit of X-Maxx maintenance to take care of. We're going to start off with this bad girl. This is what we call the Maxilla. This is a custom built X-Maxx I built from the ground up. This is literally built from the ground up. This was sent to me all in pieces by my sponsor. It's got a Kershaw Designs chassis. This whole center section is all Kershaw Designs. You can't buy them anymore. Now you can see this whole center here is aluminum. This piece here is carbon fiber. Then you have aluminum pieces here and here. It has aluminum upper and lower A-arms. It's got these beastie adjustable tie rod ends. I mean, they're killer. It's got hot racing piggyback shocks. Now these aren't just for decorations. They are true piggybacks. This little screw right here, you adjust that in or out and it changes the dampening of the shock. I got these RPM protectors on here. It's got the cush drive eliminator. Got a huge Castle 2028 motor, 200 amp ESC. Lots of good stuff. You know, got the hot racing stuff up here. The best thing about this chassis is it gets rid of the proprietary Traxxas X-Maxx servo. It takes a full fit scale servo, and it's on the top, not on the bottom of the chassis like all other X-Maxxes. Now you can really see the difference. Now the old X-Maxx servo would have been up in here somewhere. There's the Kershaw logo there. This is a really nice piece of kit, let me tell you. Now, I haven't ran this truck a lot. I was just afraid to hurt it, but this year I've ran her quite a little bit, and when they're built this tough, it's kind of hard to hurt them. It's got this wonderful billet motor mount. It's running the mod 1.5 gearing. T-bone rear bumper. I do have a T-bone front bumper, but I just haven't installed it yet. I kind of like the look of the stock X-Maxx bumper. Alright, we gotta get this hub apart, because it comes down to something up here being wrong with this. This has got the 6mm wider front axles on it. See how that's just spinning? Broken pin. Yep, see right there, guys? Pin just is all busted up. Broke. So I got a tiny little set screw right there we gotta take out. I can't put Loctite on these little set screws, but if you ever gotta take them out again, you risk the chance of not getting them out. So I don't put the red Loctite, I use the blue Loctite, and sometimes it loosen up. I don't think this one loosened up and that's what happened. I think it just broke. Yeah, it definitely broke. And it probably just, after it broke, it just loosened up from it banging around in there and stuff. This axle does look a little rough. So I don't know if I want to just change this whole thing or what. Let's pull this little thing here out. There we go. Then the next part is you got to pop this axle stub end. You got to pop it through and take it all the way out. And see, it's all torn. Oh, there's the other half of the pin right there. There it is. Sometimes getting this bearing off of there is hard. But what I like to do is get it on something like this. Put it to where the stub axle can fit in between the jaws, but the bearing catches on the jaws. Just give it a light tap. You don't want to mar up your threads on this end. There. Okay, I found a couple of these packets together. Instead of using the whole new axle that I got, I can just repair this pin and this guy here. Better yet than using one of these, I can just take this old axle I had sitting in my used parts and pop this pin out. Bam, because that's all we really need. Because this is still okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so take our extended stub and our axle. Start our pin in just a little bit. Put this in, line it up with that hole. See, now it ain't quite all the way in. We might have to give her a little love tap here. Okay, looks like it's almost. Let's give it just another little. Oh, might have went too far. Nope, I think that looks good. Inspect your bearing before you put it back on. This one's pretty good because I haven't ran these bearings very much. Once you put the bearing back on, that'll hold that pin in, so it ain't gonna go nowhere. If you're having problem getting the bearing on, do the same thing that I showed you a minute ago, but just in reverse. There, it's all the way seated. Okay, that bugger's all the way on. Got to put this bearing in there too. All right. Push the dog bone up where it belongs. Up in there. All right. Start putting your pins and stuff back in. Okay. Oh, I forgot a step, guys. I almost messed up royally. Take that back out. Pop this back out. Pop all of this stuff back out. We forgot to put our set screw in there. That's a big no-no. Get that set screw. Clean it all off real nice and good. A little drop of blue Loctite. Get that bugger back on there. Now that part's done. Back to the spot we were. Put your tie rod back on. Put your little 6mm extension ring deal on there so your hex sits up against it. Put this clip on. There we go. Then put the lug nut on. That's together. Now we need to see about getting a different receiver in this old girl. Alright, gotta take 2 bolts out here and there, and then 2 more on the other side. Actually, 1 fell out, so only 1 more on the other side. Then this whole ESC comes up, and the receiver box is on the bottom here.
Now remember, everybody, this is specific to a Kershaw Designs chassis for an X-Maxx. Your X-Maxx will not look like this.
Okay, top comes off there. Then we're going to unplug our 2 spots there. Get our Traxxas receiver off of that. Okay, we got that off of there. Put our two-way tape on there. Stick that on the edge there. All right. Then this is for the ESC, channel 2, steering servo, channel 1. All right. These are gonna sit right there on that little flat spot. Then the antenna wire. It's gonna pop out the top right here, if I can get it in there. There we go. After that's in there, there, that works all right. Got a little heat shrink over there. There, that'll work. I'm going to take these wires here, pull them together kind of tight, put a little zippy zip on them like so. That'll keep them kind of tight. Then, only thing left to do is plug these motor wires back in. I'm going to go with that one there, and this one in the center, and this one here. Just to be safe, I'm going to put this plug in it and only power it up with 3S in case it decides to take off like a bat out of hell. It won't be all that wild. Okay, so it's reversed. So, power it back off, switch any two wires, power back up. Okay, so this truck is done. A couple more zip ties, I should say, and then it'll be done. Try to take some of these wires here, tidy them up a bit. Okay, that's all set. This truck is done. Now we got X-Maxx number 2. This one's stock chassis. This one has a center diff that is not working correctly on it. So I need to tear this thing apart and refill that center diff, I think. So I'm going to put you in the time lapse and tear it apart. And yes, I am in my bathrobe. I took a shower and was going to continue working on the truck in the morning, but I wasn't feeling too tired after my shower, so I decided to work on the truck a little more tonight. Feel free to make fun of me in the comments. Okay, we got the center diff out, and as you can see, that's spinning way too easy, and that's our issue right there. Oh, look, we had one bolt back out. So, taking the bearings off of this. This one, I'll probably change this one. Okay, let's pull this off of here. Oh yeah, there ain't nothing left in there. Look at that. I'm guessing, I didn't have no seal in here, I see. I'm guessing it threw all of the lube out of here. That's my guess. We're going to open up these silicone earplugs. I've never used these ever. Got a whole brand new thing of 12. I'm going to go ahead and pull one of these out and just see if we can't jam her in there. I've got a lot of it mashed down in there, but not quite getting that full second one in there, though. Actually, there was a seal in there. Pushed a little bit out the edge here. Now how hard is it to twist? Oh, I can't even twist it. Let's see if I can get a hold of it with a pair of pliers. Yeah, I can twist it with a pair of pliers, so it's not locked right up, which we don't want it all the way locked up, so that's good. For some reason, with this transmitter and this receiver, it's a Spectrum SR3300T receiver and a DX3S transmitter. When I shut it off, it'll take off. Or if I shut the controller off, this thing will just take off. So I'm going to try to just switch it over to one of these antenna-less receivers and hook it up to one of my Fly Skies. I don't really, I don't know. I'm an old school guy. I like to have antennas, just like the treasurer of the Cam's airplane club said to me, you know, he's old school. He likes antennas. I'm the same way. So I hope this does good enough. I hope. I'm sure it does. But we'll see, I guess. All right, let's pop this receiver out. Get our Velcro. Put some right on that. We got a big hunk of the opposite side of Velcro. Put it right up in there. That way this can stick anywhere. Here, wherever. So I'm just gonna plop it right in there somewhere. This is the steering channel, number 1. Okay, that one's plugged in. I'm gonna go ahead and take this pinion gear off until the truck can't go. Because if you're watching in my videos, you've heard the stories about this truck taking off and going up the wall. We're just gonna go ahead and plug the receiver in here and then plug in the wires here. The yellow goes to the yellow, this red goes to the orange, then this other red goes to the blue. Well, those might have to switch, I don't know. Alright, so that's on.
Welcome to Noble.
Turning on my transmitter. Steering's going the correct way. Okay, I need to reverse channel 1. I'm just testing this, making sure it ain't going to take off on me with the transmitter shut off. Of course, I should be doing that with the gear off the motor, but I'm faithful, and I got to hold on this battery, and it'll pull off really easy. But yeah, looks like it's all working good. With that Spectrum transmitter, it would just take off. If you shut that thing off, this truck would just take off on you. All right, cool. All right, time to put the battery hold down tray and stuff back together. Alright guys, well these two beauties are ready to go. And this little beauty's ready to go play with them, huh Trixie? You ready to go play with the monster trucks? Yes. Yeah. All done. They're both hooked up to FlySky Noble and B-Force, which is a plus in my book. They're not going to take off anymore as they did with this Spectrum. I mean, Spectrum's a good piece of equipment, but I don't know why that truck just didn't like this Spectrum remote. That's all I know. So I think I'm going to put this one up for sale. So if you want to buy it, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, it's going up on eBay. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'm Traxxas Mike from My RC Life, and I'll see you later. Bye y'all.
Thanks for watching another episode of My RC Life. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.